Welcome to Afrin's channel. We have the updates from Abuja. But before I come to you, I will allow my bros to talk to you first. Please don't fail to subscribe to our channel and keep praying for our leader.
Yes, let me give you current updates. The current updates right now happening in Abuja, Federal High Court Abuja. The truth of the matter is this: Nnamdi Kanu is not in court today. The gospel truth is that Nnamdi Kanu is not in court today. Many people, many media will be showing you old video. Many media will be showing you some fake updates. But by the grace of God, we succeeded in entering direct into the court. We know how much we paid for security to escort us inside the court direct. And we find out that Nnamdi Kanu is not even in court. And right now, currently, as I speak to you right now, the chief DSS officer just drove out now. When you see the DSS, MNK escort, Hopugo, and they just sealed the court for just no reason. Nnamdi Kanu is not in court, and they must tell us where is Nnamdi Kanu. If he's alive, we need to know. If he's dead, we need to know. So in no reason, Nnamdi Kanu will not appear in court today. And they just postponed everything. They postponed it to October. So they will tell us the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is not in court today. And all the whole lawyers, the worst has happened. All the whole Igbo lawyers were not allowed to enter into the court premises. Lawyer Igbo for stand for Nnamdi Kanu emere allow ka ọ banye n'ime the court. They just seal the court. They seal the court. Mount all security and DSS and army and soldiers everywhere. No lawyer came and allowed to by the court.
You can see some of our lawyers here totally enraged and agitating to be allowed entrance into the courtroom, but they were not.
You can sit down. This is an open court. A lawyer don't need to show ID card or show anything to show that they're not before he can enter. It's like when you want to open your shop in the Worcester market. Somebody will come and tell you, "Can I see evidence to show that the owner of that shop in the Worcester market?" It's ridiculous. I don't know how people are seeing it.
Did you hear that? And this is the country that some people are proud to be her citizens. This is what we're seeing here at the Abuja High Court. And they cannot give reasons for not allowing members of the Nigerian Bar Association, legal practitioners, registered and cleared, legal practitioners. I mean, what do they mean by show passport? And if they have to show the ID card, are they in the is it the security operatives that should be asking for it, or the work of the Nigerian Bar Association? If they think anything is wrong with any of the lawyers or any of them is not a member, I mean, I don't just get it.
They just seal the court, and they are there. I don't know what they are doing inside, but the gospel truth is that Nnamdi Kanu is not in court today.
It's just a conspiracy because they are hell-bent on frustrating us and frustrating the whole thing.
When you see the DSS came on motor now, for just now, don't expect to see my face because it's not possible. Don't mind the Igbo BPC. I saw what they are posting. Don't even mind them. They have not even come close to the court arena. Not even talk less of. They can't even enter there.
We must go inside the court.
This is our lead counsel here, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, insisting, telling his colleagues that they must enter by all means. Because before you even enter up to this place, ordinary people, you must have to pay or spend something, or you must have known what you went through.
If not, you cannot enter there. So the truth of the matter is that Nnamdi Kanu is not in court today. And the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is not in court today. They will tell us his health whereabouts. They will tell us his whereabouts. No dendo, they will tell us. No round, they will tell us. And this kind of thing is not something we can just keep calm and keep quiet. Police and army, they are chasing people everywhere. If you try to video or record anything, they would be harassing you with gun. No. That is barbaric.
Look at.
Many ndị Igbo and they expect today. We are nowhere to be found.
If they are not ready for us to handle this matter, we'll go. It's not a simple thing for us to do. We'll go. If they need this, so they need that hardware. They need it. We must go inside. Open this.
The worst that happened that those people that managed to come, they were living in fears. Imagine only you in a court, high court. See to it, this is Nigeria network. They purposely trying to, I don't know whether they bribe the whole network. The MTN is not going, Airtel is not going, Glo is not going. No, imagine Abuja, no network, no stable network, and you call this country Nigeria.
Now, this is when they had managed to successfully enter some of our lawyers, because not all of them were allowed to enter actually. And the man sitting there is one of the, I think, former governor of Anambra State, Ejiofor, one of the delegates sent by the Ohaneze to come and watch you, just to come and watch. If they're killing him, let them kill him, or if they're releasing him, or whatever thing they are judging, let them just watch. Let them just watch, and when they come back, they'll just brief them on what they saw. Not to come and do anything, not to even interface. There is no any, like what the Yoruba people are doing for Sonny Boho, delegating some of their high ranking elders to go and interface with some politicians and the federal government, even mediating also with the government of Benin Republic. Such a thing is not obtainable in Igbo land. So that is how the cookie crumbles, and this matter has been adjourned till October 21st this year, 2021. But I believe so many things are going to play out before that October, because we can't wait. Because as it stands now, we don't know the fate of our leader, and we are not going to wait that long. Things have to happen so fast. So keep your fingers crossed. We shall keep bringing you the update. In the coming days, we shall hear, in fact, today, we are going to hear the press release by our lead counsel, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, to know the next line of action. There are actually some litigations that will have to go through, or that will have to be adjudicated before that very day in the month of October. Because it stands now, Nnamdi Kanu needs medical attention. He needs his lawyers to be, to get access to him. All those things are not being obtained, and it can't continue like that. Please do well to subscribe to our channel and give us a like for this comment, for this video. Drop your comment in the comment section. Let's know what you think. Don't ever cease to pray. If you can fast, fast. If you cannot, keep praying. Let me briefly read a piece of news I have here, in case we forgot something in that very news. DSS fails to produce Nnamdi Kanu in court, adjourns trial till October. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has adjourned the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB). Justice Binta Nyako adjourned the trial on Monday at the resumption of proceedings at the court in the Federal Capital Territory FCT. The trial suffered a setback after the Department of State Services DSS failed to produce Kanu in court. Justice Nyako faulted the action of the security outfit, noted that she had stayed back in her chambers, waiting for the defendants to be in court. She asked the prosecution to be diligent with dates whenever she gives one, stressing that it was important for Kanu to be present at his trial. In his response, the prosecution, Mohammed Abubakar, informed the judge that the defendant was not in court due to logistics reasons. Very, very ridiculous. That is what I don't know if that's what they're going to tell the international communities and those foreign dignitaries and journalists that came here. Then, Kanu's lawyer Ifeanyi on his part decried that the DSS has denied them access to the defendant for the past 8 days. Did you hear that? As a result, he urged Justice Nyako to grant the request of his clients, seeking to be transferred from the DSS custody to the Kuje Correctional Center in Abuja. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor also asked the judge to grant access to his medical doctor for the purpose of carrying out a comprehensive independent medical examination on him. According to him, the defendant cannot get a fair trial if he remains in the custody of the DSS. After listening to both counsels, Justice Nyako said she would give an order for access to the defendant. She, however, stated that such access would not be free for all, noting that it must be regimented. The judge also declined the proposal of the defense counsel that Kanu should be transferred to a correctional center, ordering that he should remain in the custody of the DSS. She thereafter adjourned the trial of the defendant to October 21st. Thank you, and believe for good and never for evil. Of course, Nigeria knows if anything happens to our leader, this country will cease to exist. It is not a threat, it is a promise. Thank you, God bless you.
We don't use the board. When you was here, you were not here. I told him that I'm setting the court for you to enter. If your phone just enter now, I can't like the seat in the court cannot contain everybody. And if it do not contain everybody, that means you give me a list of people that will enter. Everybody cannot enter now. If you enter now, everybody enter, what will you see?
We have the list of photos.
Okay, give me now. Your phone instructed me to take it.
Where is the list of your
lawyer you are calling Kai? What kind of
You should not be here. Please, come.
I saw what they did to Nigerians outside.
Yes.
Beating some. When you saw what happened outside. I'm not talking to the police officer. It was some kind of that to Nigerian citizens.
That is too bad. That is too bad. That is bad. Even lawyers were subjected to very active.
They censor you people to come here.
They subscribe. We are subjected to serious screening. It is unfortunate. I came all the way from Aba. People lawyers sent me here. They're subjected to serious screening. So it's unfortunate. I tell you. They should allow us to go in.
We must go inside the court. Don't go outside.
I told them outside. Even if I saw him, we are not listening to bad.
The government lawyer to go in.
This is the court of justice.
And people are keeping quiet. Please do not touch me. I'm 18 years as a lawyer. Look at what is no matters. It matters. You can't support impunity.
Even in the military era, this has never happened. I'm surprised.
If they're not ready for us to handle this matter,
we'll go.
there's something for us to do. We'll go. If they need this, so they need that hardware. They need it. We must go inside.
I am ready to hear.
But it's true.
Are we in the Benin Republic?
He's in the right position.
What are they waiting for? What are they waiting for?
Exactly.
So when we
This is not what we want.